welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Hannah and I run the Instagram blog Coffee Quotes and Sunshine. It is Tuesday, October 6th. It's about 11 o'clock. I was so wrong, it's 12:40. Okay, this is gonna be a week in my life. So it depends how crazy the week's gonna get, but I promised you guys that I would show you the good, the bad, the ugly of this crazy, beautiful life I live. If you're new here, I work full-time as a graduate assistant. I'm also in grad school. I do a little bit of babysitting on the side. I run an Instagram blog while all trying to keep myself healthy and sane and happy. So it's a lot. Just having some cold brew right now. I had a late breakfast after a meeting that I had. Yesterday I got to go into the office for the first time, since like a couple weeks ago, and it was amazing. I got so much done. It was ridiculous. So today I'm just kind of filling in the gaps of whatever I didn't get done yesterday. So I'm sitting at my laptop now and we're just gonna get some stuff started. So I will check in with you guys in a little bit. Welcome back. It is 3:48. I have about 2 or so hours left until I have to set up for program. I gotta log on at 5:45 and I'm on until about 8. So my Tuesdays are pretty limited. Also excuse the breakout that's going on. I don't really know what's happening. Just so I honestly feel like my brain is in such a rut. Like I can't get myself out of almost a very unmotivated, unfocused rut. So I'm gonna stretch for a little bit and then I'm gonna do something productive that I like to do. When I get unmotivated to, keep working or something, I think that's my brain's way of telling me it's just like time to stop the assignment that we're doing, take a break and move on to something new. And I like to move on to something new that I like to do. So honestly, I've been really into studying right now. I make it pretty fun. So I think we're gonna stretch for a little bit, maybe make some tea, then just have like a little fun study sesh. So let's go. Everyone, I've been slacking on the vlog a tad, but that's okay because you know what, mental health comes before everything. And like I said before, I have a busy life. I'm a grad student and I work full-time basically. Right now I'm just like trying to make myself feel a little bit better, look a little bit better, so I'm curling my hair. Just small little waves, not really curls. But yeah, so I figured I would catch you up on the past couple days because I know that I missed yesterday with vlogging and everything. So let me catch you up. So the office that I work in reopened after 2 weeks yesterday, or on Monday. So I got to go back into the office on Monday as well as yesterday, which is so nice because it's definitely all about your working environment depending on how much you get done for the day. So I've been able to get a ton done for my programs and supervision and all that. So that's been nice. It's Thursday, so I work from home on Thursdays. I also get a little bit of a later start because my program is later at night. Tonight though, I have class. I have class every Thursday night, but I had to make a deal between my professor and my supervisor that I was able to miss class 1 week and program the other week, so that's how it's going. So it's definitely a bunch of compromises being made. So right now, I definitely need to change out of this growl fit that I'm in. I answered some emails and looked over just my to-do list for the day, which is not very long, thank God. So we're just gonna open up the doors, you know, just get myself organized and have a good day. So it's a lot later now. Yeah, it's 3:05. So today I did a lot of housework instead of a lot of work because I got a lot done for this week and it's Thursday. So my week duties are kind of wrapping up. I had some lunch. I brought a wrap down to my boyfriend. He lives right down the street, so that's pretty convenient. I just have some emails that I received, so I have to answer some of those. And then I just got a brand new binder that I'm going to organize all my study materials into. So I will show you the process of that. I also am going to be doing some online shopping. I have to get a new duvet cover and some stuff for my desk since I'm kind of transforming my office space. So let's answer those emails so that we can just sip on some iced coffee and online shop and relax. I figured since I'm about to set up my study stuff that maybe I would just talk to you guys a little bit about my study materials for the BCBA exam. I guess you can use these too if you're studying for your RBT, BCABA, I don't know, whatever else there is. I started studying at the beginning of quarantine, so March-ish. I don't plan to sit for my exam until like July or August of next year, but it's a lot of information that you have to take in, so honestly, for me personally, the earlier I start studying, the better. That's how it's been elementary school, middle school, high school, college, like you name it. Since I do struggle with ADD, one of the hardships of my diagnosis, I don't know if this is the same for other people, but it takes me a while to process information. So I don't necessarily have a processing delay that's diagnosed, but it does take me a little bit longer than the average people to process information. And when you're studying for the BCBA exam or RBT or BCABA, the information's very dry. There's a lot of it, and there's a lot of, you know, topics that have a lot of subtopics, which have a lot of subtopics. So I found that getting started, the earlier the better, because that way I have time to see what works and what doesn't. So let's get started with the materials that I use. This notebook used to be a lot thicker, but has had pages ripped out of it. This is what I started studying with, and honestly at the time it was a good system, but I have come to find that there's a lot more information I need to write down, and this just wasn't cutting it. So this is just a college ruled notebook that on the front says task list study book. So this was genuinely just going through the task list. I would have a study group with one of my friends, and we would honestly just talk through sections of the task list. As you can see, I have different colored tabs on here, and they each stood for something. I still do this in a couple other materials, but this is where it started. So pink was a new section so that I could easily turn to a new section. Yellow was a struggle area, so this like highlighter color was a struggle area. Blue is any acronyms, so if you have ever studied for this exam before, there's a lot of those. There's a lot of, you know, back cage, dear PP, all that types of stuff. And then any green tabs, which you can't even tell the difference between yellow and lime green, that was any online study sessions I attended. So I did one with Rogue ABA, that was really helpful. I had one where I played Kahoot with Study Notes ABA. Both were very helpful, but it was good to have those sections to flip to because they didn't necessarily go with my notes of the task list. Okay, so this is a pretty controversial study material, but I honestly just went ahead and bought it because it breaks down the task list in a very simple way that I need, and it goes along with Cooper pretty well, which is the Bible I'll explain later. But this is the Pass the Big ABA Exam Study Manual. This is the brand new edition. It's the 8th edition. I think it like literally just came out in May. So this was a birthday present to myself, but this goes through the task list as well. It gives some pretty great examples in my opinion. I've just started kind of skimming it, and if I have trouble with a particular topic that I'm reading about in Cooper, I will go into Pass the Big and see if it can break it down a little bit more simply for me, which has been really helpful. So I highly recommend this, and once I start getting more into it, I will show you how I'm using this in conjugation with Cooper. If you are 4th edition task list, the later portion, there's literally no reason for cars to be loud. So if you are late 4th edition, early 5th edition, I think this is the Cooper book that you own. Compared to the 2nd edition, the 3rd edition Cooper is thick. It is dense, it's dry. There's more information than in the second one, which I didn't even think was possible. But this is necessary, in my opinion. I know a lot of people that say they didn't read Cooper at all, but this is where you're going to get a lot of your bulk information, and I do know that some of the study materials, such as Pass the Big, can be a little bit, they miscommunicate their information, I guess. So like it's said one way in Cooper and another way in Pass the Big. So I like to have Cooper here because when you're doing a lot of, you know, mock exams, and especially the BDS modules, if you ever do them, they reference Cooper a lot. So this is the big daddy of them all, and highly recommend purchasing this, and you can keep it with you throughout, you know, your entire life and practice because it's just great to reference. Okay, let's get on to the fun stuff. So I went to Target yesterday, and in my mind I was only going for a shower curtain, which I got, but then I realized that I had wanted to get a little bit more organized with my study materials. They were all over the place. I have stuff on my iPad. I have loose sheets of paper everywhere just with stuff written down on them. So I was like, girl, let's get it together. So the first thing is first, I got a 1.5 inch binder and figured I'm gonna start with 1.5 inch for now. And if I need to get another binder, I can just get another binder. Instead of buying a huge one and then maybe not filling it out. So I got 1.5-inch binder. This was like $4 from Target, not even. And I just got plain white, and I'll label that somehow. Then I got reinforced filler paper. This is the grid line paper. I think this paper, in my opinion, is the best. What comes with a lot of ABA is also a lot of graphs and drawing and stuff, and I feel like this paper is the best that helps you keep the straight lines, write, neater. So this is going to be the paper that I will keep written notes on. Now for the most exciting part, in my opinion. I got binder dividers, and I got cute ones that I can write on the side what area of the task list, if there's anything important in that chapter, that I really don't understand, I can use the subheading for it. But what I liked about these is on the back of each one, they have some lined paper. So what I was thinking is writing down the parts of the task list that are in that section, or even the contents of what I have for that section. So do I have Cooper chapter notes? Do I have study group notes? Do I have my Pass the Big notes in that section to refer to? I got 2 packs of these, and they were $3.19 each. So I got 2 of those, a binder, and some reinforced paper. Now let me show you some of the other study materials that I use. Okay, so this is the remainder of the fancy study materials, as I like to call them. What I'm going to start with, I guess, is what's right next to me. And these are the Avery Ultra tabs. I think you saw them in my Pass the Big book as well as my Cooper book. They are really, really great material for writing on and sticking in the book to signify sections of the task list, important or tough areas that you struggle with. I know for some reason I really, really struggle with IOA as well as chaining, so these tabs I can just flip right to there, know that it's there, and go over it as much as I need to. These are so cheap. I think I may have gotten 4 packs, not 3, but they have 24 in each, and I think 3 of them all together was like $6. It was the best. You can find them at Staples, Target. I think I got them on Amazon. My most beloved and prized possession are probably my writing utensils. So I do both electronic notes for study group. I can keep up with it better. And I have paper notes, as you have seen in here. So I'll just show you some of them in here. So this is one of the more artistic sections of my notes. This is all about like schedules of reinforcement and stuff. So there's some graphing here, and then down here is my diagram of the different compound schedules of reinforcement. So for my handwritten notes, I use my mild liners. I have 2 kinds. These are the brush pens that I normally will use for titles. And then these are the mild liner creative markers that are double-sided. So it's like a chisel tip and then just like a pointy tip marker. I got that idea, from how I used to write my notes from middle school through high school through college. Always wanted to make my notes nice and pretty. And also from Study Notes ABA, because one of the first videos I watched of hers, she said that you basically have to make writing your notes fun, and that's how I make it fun for me. So using those as well as a good quality pen. So that was kind of my spiel with my study materials. I have class tonight at 6:30. I genuinely don't have any more work to do. I could study a little bit, so I might just start to set up my study binder, but I will check in with you guys when I'm making dinner. It is a little bit later on in the week. It's Sunday. I think it's around like 10 something in the morning. So it's 10:48. I was at my boyfriend's down the street last night. My mom came last night, so that was really fun. We had dinner, got some things set up in my apartment. For one, I'll show you. So since I'm working from home a lot, my eyes were just completely bothering me and I just needed a bigger screen. So my mom and dad, thankfully, I'm so thankful for this, got me a monitor so I can have this when I'm not in the office. Makes everything a little bit more easier for me. So I actually have a bunch of homework due tonight, so I'm gonna get started on that. I got started on it a couple times this week, but like I have not finished it yet. So I'm going to finish up some homework, just throw some YouTube on in the background. I got Starbucks this morning, so just gonna get started on some homework. Then I think I'm gonna have Thanksgiving for dinner, which is super exciting, and bake some pumpkin bars today. It's a really like gloomy fall day and football's on. It's Sunday, so I just figured. So I just finished a bunch of homework, so now I'm actually gonna head out and go to the gym, and then I will head to Target, then the grocery store, and eventually be home. So I'm gonna make some Thanksgiving dinner for me and my boyfriend tonight and some pumpkin bars because I'm just really in the mood to bake something. And that's like a quick dinner to whip up, so in the meantime I can just finish up anything else I have. The big bulk of my homework is done, thank God. So I can just kind of hang out for the rest of the night and not really worry about anything. So it's like 10 of 4 right now, so let's head to the gym.